morning, everyone. I just wanted to do a quick video this morning to follow up on the video I made about planning your garden and choosing a location, because I have a really great example here of the difference between a good location and a better location. So it's been a few weeks ago that we planted potatoes, and these are the Butte potatoes, and this is like a russet style potato, and you can see they're coming up really nicely. And then we'll look in the bed next to it. This was another variety. I believe these were the Charlotte potatoes. They're starting to come up. But then if we come over here and take a look, these I believe were the Huckleberry Gold, and you can see they just barely are starting to come up. There's none coming up here. And then this last bed, these were Prairie Blush, and I don't see any of them coming up. Let's take I'm gonna step away from the garden and let's take a look at the difference in the potatoes where they're coming up really well and the potato bins where they're not. So taking a look at our garden, the two black boxes that you see, those are where we have potatoes planted, and those are the beds that are coming up really nicely, especially the one on the right. And then let's take a look over here. And these two feed bunks are where we have the other two varieties of potatoes planted, and one is not coming up at all and one is just starting. So you can see the difference here. It's about 9:30, it's after 9:30 in the morning right now. And those two bins of potatoes are in full sun. And the two feed bunks with potatoes are in mostly shade. So I know that one reason is because being in the shade, the soil is not warming up like it should be, or like the other bins are. And potatoes, really, you don't want to plant them until the soil's around 50 degrees. That's when they're going to start growing really well. And these bins behind me, they're just not warming up because they are not getting any sunlight for most of the day right now. Sitting here, I'm sitting right next to those bins, and you can see where the sun is. It's right behind these trees. So the sun hasn't moved far enough north in the sky for my potatoes to be getting enough sunlight to warm up. I just grabbed a thermometer out of the house and brought out. And on this thermometer, each mark is 4 degrees instead of 2. So the temperature is hovering right there around 50 degrees. Then I brought it over to the bunk that's in the shade, and you can see the temperature is already dropping, already down to 40 degrees. So we're 10 degrees cooler in the shade than we are in the sun. And that explains why these potatoes aren't coming up near as well. So I just thought that these potatoes were a really great illustration of the point that I was trying to make in that garden location video, where you really need to take into account the amount of sunlight that your garden is getting. Going to hook the tractor up to these feed bunks and pull them into a more sunny spot to get these potatoes going. Well, this should be a much better spot for the potatoes to really take off and start growing well. Now that we're over here, they're gonna have full sun throughout the entire day, and that soil should get warmed up really well. And hopefully here in about a week, we'll see them really take off. Thanks so much for watching.